In a recent video titled "Star Wars Reveals Why Kit Fisto Was Killed So Easily Despite Being a Powerful Jedi Master," the YouTuber Stupendous supposedly explains why Kit Fisto was killed so easily by Darth Sidious in Revenge of the Sith. He correctly states that his death varies depending on the medium, but gives an incorrect description of what actually occurs in both versions.
However, in the novelization for Revenge of the Sith, Kit Fisto actually lasts far longer than these other two Jedi, and Kit Fisto was only killed in the Revenge of the Sith novelization once he senses Anakin Skywalker's presence, which throws him off momentarily.
He starts by going over the novelization, in which he claims that Fisto was distracted by sensing Anakin's arrival. This is a lie. The novelization never goes over Fisto's perspective as his death occurs off-screen. When Anakin is flying to the Chancellor's office on his speeder, he sees flashes of red, purple, and green in the distance, but soon after, only red and purple remain. There's absolutely nothing about Fisto sensing Anakin's arrival or being distracted in the text. If you claim so, you are simply misinformed or making up your own fanfiction. Next, Stupendous goes over the movie version.
In the film, though, there was also a slight reason as to why these three Jedi Masters were thrown off in their lightsaber duel, and how Palpatine was able to exploit this and kill them all nearly instantly. If you remember back to Revenge of the Sith, Palpatine actually uses what is known as a Force Scream right as he leaps from his chair. In the ancient Jedi text, this is how Force Scream was described. Force Scream is a wave of hatred amplified and fueled by the dark side that is capable of smashing through mental and physical defenses with ease. This of course explains why the two Jedi fell almost instantaneously.
He attributes the reason for the Jedi Master's quick deaths to Palpatine's alleged Force Scream. But firstly, the description of Force Scream that he cites isn't from ancient Jedi texts, but just from Wikipedia, which is a website that anyone on the internet can edit and is by no means an official source. Secondly, it isn't actually stated if Palpatine used a Force Scream at all. You may be inclined to think so from the sound he makes, but there's no source confirming whether this is an actual Force Scream, as opposed to a mundane battle cry. The real reason why the Jedi Masters fell so swiftly is given in the reference book Star Wars Lightsabers, A Guide to the Weapons of the Force, which states that Palpatine used a concentrated dark side confusion haze, not a Force Scream.
Kit Fisto, though, was still able to hang in the duel slightly longer. However, still dazed, he eventually fell victim to his lightsaber form itself. As we've explained before, Form 1 lightsaber combat, Kit Fisto's chosen form, was good against multiple opponents. However, its major weakness was one-on-one lightsaber combat. Because of this, Palpatine chooses to close the gap between himself and Fisto. And because Form 1 utilizes wide sweeping motions, Palpatine is able to get within his guard and kill him almost instantly, leaving only Mace Windu.
Here Stupendous gives Fisto's lightsaber form as the reason for his quick demise, explaining that Form 1 is optimized for group engagements and is weak against singular adversaries, but there is no source whatsoever that attributes Fisto's death to his own lightsaber form. Most notable reference guides like the Complete Star Wars Encyclopedia merely accredit it to Palpatine's own immense speed, stemming from his powerful connection to the dark side, or the telepathic confusion haze as cited before. To further emphasize that Stupendous makes stuff up on the fly, he said earlier in the video that Fisto's lightsaber form made him one of the most dangerous one-on-one lightsaber duelists in the Jedi Order's entire history, and that to him the novelization's version of events makes more sense, as he believes a Jedi Master of Kit Fisto's caliber should last longer against Darth Sidious than what was depicted in the movie.
It was amazing how Fisto took what was considered to be the most simple of lightsaber forms and made him into one of the most dangerous one-on-one and group lightsaber duelists the Jedi Order had ever seen. In the Revenge of the Sith novelization, Kit Fisto as well as Mace Windu duel Palpatine for a time, and although Kit Fisto is severely outmatched by Palpatine with the help of Windu there, the two of them hold their own. However, the second that Kit Fisto senses Anakin, he's slightly thrown off and Palpatine exploits this major weakness. This depiction makes slightly more sense as again Kit Fisto's prowess among the Jedi Order was substantial. It would make more sense that he's not quite as skilled as Mace Windu but is still able to hang in the duel for a short time.
But then he contradicts himself by claiming Fisto's lightsaber form was never good against single opponents to begin with. Again, unless the person you're listening to is citing their sources, you shouldn't believe what they're saying, because there's always a chance they may be intentionally spreading false information, like Stupendous was in this video. And beyond just its content, the entire premise makes very little sense. Why should there even be a special explanation for Fisto dying to Sidious so fast? It's like asking why the younglings died to Anakin so easily and devoting an entire video to it. The reason is that Palpatine was just better than Fisto, stronger, faster, and overall more adept with the Force. There's a concept in fiction called power levels, which are used to quantify how good a character is in a fight, and these apply to Star Wars as well.
When I started it, I figured that a youngling is level 1, and somebody like Kit Fisto is 7. Mm-hmm. And I did take it to 8 and 9, but not many people know that. And okay. 8 and 9 are a cheat. Right? So Obi-Wan is 8, Yoda is 9.
Okay.
Mace is 8, bordering on 9. Mm-hmm. Anakin is 9.
What you just saw was a clip of the stunt coordinator for the prequels, Nick Gillard, going over the lightsaber dueling tiers of several characters. It should be noted that George Lucas had a major hand in the creation of these tiers and deciding where each character ranks according to Star Wars Insider issue 85. Gillard says he first discussed with Lucas the fighting prowess of each of the characters, which were ranked against other Jedi on a scale of 1 to 10. In a StarWars.com interview, Gillard reiterated that the fighting has evolved in these last 3 movies considerably. George Lucas works on a system of levels. So it is essentially the word of Lucas that when it comes to lightsaber dueling, Kit Fisto is only a level 7, while Darth Sidious is a level 9. That's a difference of 2 levels, and Gillard has stated that a difference of even 1 level is enormous.
9.
So it's more like leveling the characters.
Yes, but it's like a Richter scale in Earthquake, and so the difference between 7 and 8 and 8 and 9 is enormous.
So, to summarize, Palpatine did not use a Force Scream, but rather a telepathic dark side confusion haze that enabled him to dispatch Agen Kohler, Seiya Satan, and Kit Fisto as quickly as he did. But beyond that, Palpatine is simply a vastly greater lightsaber duelist overall, according to lightsaber rankings sanctioned by George Lucas himself. It wasn't Fisto's lightsaber form that got him killed, but rather him simply being nowhere near Palpatine in general. There's really no need to complicate it any further than that.